In 2023, I've taken over a Real Sociedad side in 10th place, pushing for European football, and with a very good squad. I have no idea how I've upgraded to this team. And then I realised, I don't know if I've ever been at a club in this bad of financial trouble. Financial fair play looks like it might be failed. I think it's only for the Champions League. I don't really understand how this works. But clearly we're going to have to get that budget back up. We've taken over Real Sociedad with 8 games left to play in the season, where today we're going to be simulating through all of them, playing the Malaga game, and then, you know what, let's play the Real Madrid game, the Espanyol game. Can't wait, because the Real Madrid game is just going to be a whole lot more interesting, isn't it? We're going to meet the team, we're going to go over the tactic, and hopefully we're going to get into European positions. I mean, I'm not putting money on it, considering the fact that my last job, I was with a very good Bournemouth side, and I was rock bottom, I think, when I was sacked. But if you're new to this series, welcome to the Tactical Journeyman, the series where I'm trying to go as far as I can with starting from nothing and not using the gegenpress, because I use the gegenpress in every single save. I always do incredible with it. And now that I'm not using the gegenpress, I tell you what, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. So we started off at St Albans, then went to Galway United, Bradford City, Luton Town, which we took to the Premier League, Bournemouth, which we almost got relegated from the Premier League, and now we have Real Sociedad. And if I am pronouncing that wrong, I apologise. Obviously, this name is not the correct name in real life. It is Real Sociedad. I'm googling it really quickly, because if I've got it wrong, this is going to be really embarrassing. While I'm googling it, make sure that you do smash the like button on this video, as well as subscribing to the Rex FM YouTube channel so you don't miss more Football Manager content just like this. And can we please smash 10 likes to celebrate being at a new club? No, it is Real Sociedad. I was pretty 99, I didn't even feel the need to search it because I was that confident, but yeah, made me a bit nervous for a second. But anyway, so this thing, I don't think are doing that bad. I don't really know why their manager was sacked, to be honest with you. Last season, they finished in 14th place, so, they did have a big dip off, but then this year they've kind of done okay. I don't know, 10th place doesn't feel sackable when you finished 14th last year, but I will take it. I don't know how I got the job, but I will take it. And these are the boys that we're doing it with. So we've got Brobby up top, who is going to be our star striker, and I'll go over the tactic at the end. Very excited to have him. He looks okay at 28 years of age. Scored 11 goals this season so far. KUBO is one of the main stars of this team, 28 years of age, 5'6", but great stats and worth a ton of money. Could really get us out of financial trouble if we sell him, as well as Damsgaard, again, worth a ton of money. I don't know, I feel like both of them don't give me the stats of like a world-class player, but they have a high value. Same with this man, £100 million worth of value, but then I feel like isn't that insanely amazing, but I will take it, absolutely. Another midfielder that looks very good, 3.5-star current ability, good stats across the board. Going to play him as a box-to-box midfielder, Martin Zubimendi. I am going to be mispronouncing Spanish names all over the place, so I apologise. Ander is who it's going to be. I'm sorry. Nico at CDM, well, central midfield, but more of the defensive one as the deep line playmaker. Again, with like £100 million, Nico, cannot complain with him. Vasquez at left back is probably the weakest of our starting players, but still isn't too bad. Montero at centre back alongside a Swiss man in centre back alongside Oscar Mingueza. That sounds right, but it could be completely wrong. Mingueza at centre back, who also plays right back, but because of a lack of centre back options, he is definitely going to be a centre back for us. And at right back, we've got Sadiki. And this is a tactic I have come up with myself, so don't judge it. I want to play some classy, beautiful, elegant, just overall appealing Spanish football here with I forgot to mention, Alex Romero in between the sticks, and that is probably the most English version of the pronunciation I could give you. And in terms of the bench, we don't have a lot on the bench. We've got a 2.5-star left back, a 3-star midfielder, a 2.5-star midfielder. Then we've got a 2-star centre back. We've got an injured midfielder who's 3-star. We've got a 2.5-star defensive midfielder. We've got a 2.5-star defensive midfielder. We've got a 2-star attacking midfielder, a 2-star attacking midfielder on the right. I've looked at all these players. I'm just forgetting now because, I just signed. And a 2-star right back. I brought a couple of people up from the B team. So Alonso is a 2.5-star striker, and he looks like probably the best second striker option we have. And Gotti is a central midfielder with a load of potential, so he is certainly going to be getting some game time too. I'm so confused by how many substitutes you get, because I wouldn't expect to be having. I can't make these changes outside of the window, so the people that are unregistered are just going to have to be unregistered. So we don't have a second choice goalkeeper. Well, okay, straight to the B team to call them up. Sorry, B team, we're really ruining your situation here. Do I not even get to... If I go to overview, are you going to show me their ability? No. Okay, well, let's go to the youth team. I guess you're going to have to be the senior squad goalkeeper, the 16-year-old. Nice. Lovely. That's good. And I was talking about the financial stuff. I have a feeling it was a long-term thing, considering the fact they haven't signed a player for 2 seasons. I don't know why they've only gotten 88. Like, I'm very curious, because the season before they spent £118 million. Like, it really does make me think that they failed financial fair play so long ago, and I don't know, like maybe they've had a ban from transfers, because even the transfers out are just nothing. I've got no idea what's going on, but it's a challenge. But we are certainly given a decent foundation, and our first game of the season could not be better. It's against Malaga, 20th place. I think I even had the opportunity to apply for that job, but didn't. Look like they're going to be relegated, and we're a mid-table side with such better players, and we're using a vertical tiki-taka. It's more of a tiki-taka, actually, to be honest. I think I started off with vertical, but I've converted it more into a tiki-taka, and it's got pass into space, narrow, play out of defence, work the ball into the box. Actually, I need to check what kind of crosses we're going to do, if we are going to do crosses. He's 5'11", so yeah, I think whipped crosses is probably the best way to go. Oh, maybe, we'll go low. We'll go low crosses. We want them to be more expressive, because I back these boys. They look good. Shorter passing, lower tempo, building up from the back from the centre backs, counter pressing when we lose the ball to try and win it back, high pressing on both ends, and more often press with short distribution to be, tried to stop as much as possible. So yeah, there's the tactic, that is the team, that is the situation. The Malaga game is only 2 days away. I'm sure I've got a press conference or something that I have to go through. But welcome to Real Sociedad. I mean, I completely forgot their name there for a second, but yeah, it can't go as badly as Bournemouth, surely. Okay, I've realised very early doors, we don't have a whole lot of defensive players, or even central midfielders. So, I think from this player on, yeah, they're all wingers or strikers. Actually, I think they're all wingers. We've got a lot of wingers. A lot of wingers. Actually, in fact, Mendes, hopefully my cat hasn't just been picked up on recording because she's whinging. Mendes is probably the most defensive of them, so he'll be put down as a midfielder. But we've got some good, really good youth prospects, some good players in there. It's just... yeah, it's an interesting bunch. I'm really not sure why they haven't signed anyone for so long, but hey, it is what it is. This man is the star. Valencia, is this a player I just promoted? I don't know. I honestly can't remember. Has he played a single minute? 4 games off the bench? Maybe not. But it's a good team. It's just, yeah, I'm confused. Let's go positive here for this game. The same tactic as before. Haven't edited anything. No players have been replaced. Just bought players from the youth academy. I think I promoted one more. I honestly can't remember for the life of me who it was. But we're jumping into this game, and we are allowed all of the substitutes and don't have to give them numbers if I don't want to. They just get auto given. All right, that's lovely. We'll take that. Yeah, I mean, we're versing bottom of the table team. That needs to be turned off. I'm not doing all the Spanish interviews. It doesn't look bad, eh? Damsgaard, KUBO are huge players. Then obviously we got, who else? What was it? Martin, Zambi, Zubi Mendy, who looks very good too. Nico looks great too. I really do back a lot of the aspects of this team. And early doors, there's an attack for us. Counter-attacking opportunity. This is not how I've asked you to play football, but you know what? If the opportunity takes effect, I don't mind it at all. Damsgaard, looking for a player in the mixer. He finds Zubi Mendy, but it does get intercepted. They smash it long, but we get it straight back. It's Nico on the ball. Out to Vasquez. Vasquez touches it past the defenders, going for a ball into the mixer. We're going for those low crosses, boys. And here we are, in the mixer, in the area. Doesn't quite find anyone there. I hope this is still on key highlights, otherwise this is going to be awkward. I'm pretty sure it doesn't change when you change club. Yeah, still key highlights, so this is a key highlight, and I have a reason to be excited. Brobby, into KUBO. That's KUBO, isn't it? That's KUBO. Take? KUBO? Yeah, it's KUBO. I think he's on. I think KUBO has just scored the first goal for us as Real Sociedad manager. KUBO, I think he's going to go down as a legend already in the save. If we can keep a hold of him, he's going to be one of the best players in the save. I've got a pretty good feeling about that, but equally, if we get a bid for £100 million for him, I'm probably not going to say no, because to be honest, I don't rate him that insanely highly in terms of his stats. But early doors, you know, he's looking good. I've said early doors about 3 times in this episode, so I'm going to be very conscious of not saying that anymore. And another goal. Damsgaard with the assist, and in between the defenders, and scores it. And I swear I'm normally better at commentating these kinds of things. So if you're new to the series, promise it gets better. Potentially, I hope. I mean, this might just be my new style. Damsgaard tries to get it through. It does squeeze through. He tucks it into the bottom corner. And there is a reason why these players are down on the bottom of the table. Like, I'm very happy I got to take over a side like Real Sociedad instead of a side like Malaga. As I said, Malaga, I'm sure, lost their manager while I was looking for jobs, but I didn't even apply. Because so this is the journey. It is now obviously way further on than when I got sacked. I got sacked at the end of December. It's now like March, so plenty of job opportunities came up. I got offered 2 jobs, and they were the Augsburg job in Germany, who were rock bottom of the Bundesliga, but had like genuine potential to actually get off, because they were like there was very little difference between the relegation zone and not the relegation zone. Are we going to score again? Are we going to score? We're so good. I feel comfortable enough with this team already to just talk about random things. I love Sociedad. I love it here. I love Real. I don't know where we are. Is Sociedad a place? I don't know. But I want to be here for a very long time. This is lovely. This is chill football. This is Chilled FC. Shout out to my mate that names his club Chilled FC. So we got the Augsburg interview, but I just thought it was a huge step down because their best player was valued at like 10 mil. And I was like, well, yeah, I don't know if that's the best shout. So I rejected that. But then we got the Birmingham interview, who were 20th place in the Premier League, actually potentially 19th place. And again, I just kind of thought I didn't back myself to get them out of the relegation zone. I was pretty certain we were just going to go down to the championship with them. So even though it was a top flight job, I held out for an even better job. I applied for like Lazio, Lille, a couple of different jobs. Probably jobs that weren't as good as this one. I was really surprised to get an interview here. Smashed the interview, got the job, and now you see us here doing absolute bits. Being so proud of the boys in the first game, and expected to win, but it still feels so good to be winning after a very long time. If you watched it with Bournemouth, mate, you'll know. Don't. He's going to score. That's terrible. It's a blip. It's a blip on the first. We're building cohesion. We're building that trust, that rapport, and things like that happen. It's okay. It's not stressful, goalkeeper. Slightly upset about it, but I'm not too upset about it. You probably could have run a bit faster back to your goal, though. But with 60 minutes gone, we're going to start to learn that this is where I make substitutes. So let's make some substitutes. I cannot remember who's good. I honestly, for the life of me, cannot remember who's good. Mendes, can you actually play midfield? 9 tackling, that's enough. That is genuinely enough. So I'm going to chuck Mendes in box-to-box midfielder, because Zubi Mendy is not doing great in terms of his rating and fitness. Well, rating in comparison to everyone else, I should be saying, because he has still got a decent rating. And do I mess with it too much? I kind of want to get this Valencia boy on, because as I said, his potential is incredible. Is anyone getting tired already? Damsgaard's looking tired, so let's get Can he play on the right-hand side? He can play on the right-hand side, but he's a right footer. I'd rather just play him in the cam position. KUBO can play on the right-hand side, so that's actually a perfect switch. KUBO's the inside forward on attack. Valencia is the cam. Give that a crack. Hope that he gets a cheeky goal off the bench. That would be good confidence for the youngster who's got, as I said before, 5-star potential. And with 15 minutes to go, I mean, we can't really mess this one up, but I would have liked to have seen a little bit more effort being shown in the second half. Going to make 2 more substitutions with Montero coming off as he's looking quite tired. Bring Prieto on, who is our only actual natural centre-back option. So he's coming on, even though he is terrible on paper. And who else is half decent? See, this is always a struggle at the start of a new team. Like, you genuinely just have no idea who's good and no idea who's... Especially with this many substitutes. Like, they're all just blurring into one, which seems very, very rude. But I honestly have no idea who anyone is. Tina, are you the man that I just brought up from the Betis reserves? You scored 6 goals last season. Actually, you've played a lot of games, Tina. Alonso, were you the player that I called up? Maybe. Which, 22? Yeah, I think this is the man that I called up. So 22 and 23. I mean, it doesn't really matter which one I bring on, but I'm going to bring on Tina. Just because, and I think that's all the substitutes I'm going to make. Robbie's getting a rest. The team's coming away with a good result. 3-1 win. No hearts in the second half, though. I think the fans will be disappointed with a lack of, fight and spirit to keep going. But I will take the point. I'm not going to complain. It's a very good result to start the season. I mean, start our career here. So we're going into the next game, which, by the way, is against a second-place Getafe side. If we win that, I'm going to feel very good. But as I said, we'll simulate to the end of the season. I'm hoping that we get some European football. We might not be allowed in it if we get European football because apparently we're not passing financial fair play. But you still want to get into those spots anyway. So let's hope that we can. We're only goal difference away from it currently. Actually, it must be head-to-head away from it now because we're on a better goal difference. So they must do that in this league. And let's hope that we get up there. Come on, Real Sociedad. Oh, it feels so good to be playing football matches that we're actually winning for once again. Since we've joined, it's been up and down. Like, it's not all been smooth sailing, but every single game I've genuinely felt like we could win. Surprisingly, the one that I felt like we weren't going to win the most was against Girona, who are in the relegation zone, and they just performed incredibly well. But as you saw, a 3-1 win to start things off. A Getafe 2-2 draw against a second-place side was a great result, but they scored in the 93rd minute to equalise, which was absolutely gut-wrenching, and almost as gut-wrenching was another 93rd minute winner this time in a game that I felt like we shouldn't have even conceded. So it was a bit of an upsetting one there. And actually, Alonso has popped into the striker spot because we got a big injury to Robbie, who's been out for a wee bit and might just be back for this last game of the season, but definitely not for this Real Madrid one that we're about to play. Then we bounced back with a surprising 2-1 win against Villarreal. I will admit this one was a bit of a statistical lucky one for us. Like, we went very defensive very quickly after scoring this second goal and got a red card late doors, but still doing a good job to keep up the form. A 1-1 draw against Girona, as I said, was the one game that I really do feel like we weren't going to win. They just seemed to get all the highlights, and KUBO got a goal to get us across the line. And then a 2-0 win against Sevilla away from home was a great result, where again, I felt like we were the better of the two sides, and the XG suggests that it could have gone either way. Maybe we're not playing that insanely well, but I'm pretty happy with it. And it means that right now we're in 6th place. So European football could be coming our way. The finances are worse, so I don't know if we'd be allowed in them because they reckon we're going to fail financial fair play. But I'll tell you one good thing about having terrible finances. I'm re-signing so many players, and it feels dodgy, honestly. I feel bad. But, like, this man has got a contract for £120,000 per week, and I've just re-signed him for 60. I think they all know of our financial troubles, and they're just like, yeah, okay, I'll sign for cheaper. So I've re-signed, like, all of our good players to try and lock them down on cheaper contracts. Obviously, I hope that we keep them for long enough to improve them again. But I mean, like, I'm cutting the wage budget left, right, and centre. I'm hoping that will mean that we'll get some more budget next year. We're only predicted to get $6 million budget next year. And I guess that does make sense. I really want to know what happened here, though. Like, because at the start of the year... Oh, no, it wasn't even the start of the year, actually. I thought this graph was... Oh, no. I really did think that this graph was... So, actually, it was like 2028. So, yeah, we've been in financial trouble for... Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. So, we need to win some competitions, basically. But the Real Madrid game is not a game I'm predicting to win. However, as things stand, we're in European football. Might not get in it because of financial fair play, but anyway, if we lose this game, teams can overtake us, but then that last game of the season still means that we could re-overtake teams. A draw would be incredible here. We're going to stay with the attacking formation because I think it works better, but we do have this as an alternative, and that works quite well too. The team is the exact same, and it has been the exact same for every single game, excluding the fact that now we've had to bring in Prieto, who is not a great centre-back, but does the job, because we got that Monterio suspension. We've got an injury to our right-back, so Diaz comes in, and again, not chuffed with having to bring him in. So defenders are a crucial part of our team, and Brobby is out. So we have, as I said, Alonso in, who has been scoring some goals, but he's not been world-class. KUBO has been world-class. I'm absolutely thrilled with him. I don't know why his value has gone down, but yeah. He is staying around for a long time. Certainly one of the players that I re-signed. In fact, I think I made it an immediate re-signing because I want him that badly. But we're jumping into this game against Real Madrid. Certainly the hardest test we've had so far. Sorry, I'm just turning my fan off as I'm talking there. And I want us to pick up from where we left off last time. A 2-0 win away from home. Not expecting it today with Endrick, Vinicius, Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni. Who else do they have? They've got Timber, who I actually have had in Football Manager and don't rate that highly. Rice, Frimpong, Arrizabalaga. Yeah, it's a stacked team. It's definitely better than ours, but it's not impossible for us to get a result. It's just very, very unlikely here. Let's hope that we get an early start. As I said, I'm gonna play this attacking formation because it's been working well. I am fully prepared to change it if after like 20 minutes we've had 0 shots and I've had like 7. And that kind of does look like what is going to happen here. So, already thinking of dipping down to the one with the CDM, as they do have another opportunity. And actually, I just think, nah, it's not going to happen if we play like this. So, we're going to dip down to that. It's the exact same in terms of the tactic, but we've just got different formation, different roles for the fullbacks, for KUBO, and obviously a CDM. So, it still gives us the same players and the same... opportunities with those players, but just different way of doing it, I guess. So I've used it a couple of times in games. I don't think I've ever started with it. So I don't exactly back it above our current tactic. But obviously with these defenders like Diaz and Prieto, who are not even considered to be good enough for this division, we are going to struggle against a team as good as Real Madrid. And as I said, a draw would be a huge win. But it looks like we've just given away a penalty from Prieto, who again is our third best centre back. But yeah, he's going to make mistakes like that in big games like this against Real Madrid in their home stadium. Vinicius Jr. stepping up. Come on, Ramiro. He saves it. He actually does. He picks up a save, and hopefully we can use that momentum to build up, get a couple of... the possession's not really going in our favour. I feel like that's normally what we have. If we've got nothing else, we've got possession. And the shots just come eventually because we have the ball for so long. But this team is clearly just too good to even pass around. So there's going to have to be some serious defensive changes. I just know I'm not going to win this game if I play this way. So I guess we'll keep it the same, but just kind of, I don't know, go for a higher tempo, shorter passing, higher tempo. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the best thing I can do. Maybe dip this line back, dip both of the lines back actually. Try and make sure that we hit them more on a counter-attack than the build-up play that we go for. It's not really gonna... we're versing Real Madrid, is what I'm saying here. I'm not expecting any of this to work. I'm happy to just come here and get a decent result in terms of a draw. But it looks like they're going to slap us if the game continues this way. Another highlight looks like it's coming their way. They're clearly a well-oiled machine. There's a reason why they're on top of the table. And it's Tchouaméni on the ball. It's Valverde back into Patterson. and they've got the ball down this right-hand side. Like, this could be a serious banana skin for them if they mess it up, but I really can't see it with... Like, if we had our best team, maybe we'd have a chance, but with so many people out, yeah, it's going to be tough regardless, and still 0 shots after 30 minutes. I mean, we're doing well defensively, but it's only a matter of time. They're knocking on the door, and that door's going to have to open at some point in time. Timber's on it, tries to play it into Frimpong. We try and hit it out. We almost hit it out, but it drops to Endrick, and there we go. There's the knock-in that is answered, and I don't think he's offside. I am very happy to be corrected, Football Manager. If he is offside, that would be great, but I think he's on. The goal is awarded, and it's 1-0 to Real Madrid. And I really don't know what I can do tactically here, because, as I've said, they're just peppering us. There's 0 shots coming in from us. Like, we're getting 44% possession. There we go, 1 shot. We'll take that, but... yeah, it's just not... Yeah, we're not good enough. We're just not good enough against a side this good. I'm disappointed that we haven't been creative enough, but I'm not hugely surprised by the result at this point in time. We just got to hope that Atletico Madrid, Valencia, even Espanyol? No, they can't reach us. Valencia and Madrid drop some points too. But we could have a highlight here, actually, as we're on the ball. Good to see us work the ball up quickly is the way, but still short passing, which is seeming like what we're doing here, as Mingueza tries to play it in. He does find one of our men. Damsgaard loses it, but Alonso picks it up. Still got the ball out to Damsgaard. Can't quite get the pace on Jeremy Frimpong. But we have the ball in this area. Oh, and he hits the woodwork. See, that's what we need. You know what I mean? We just need one lucky chance here and there. And I do think he really should have squared that, because Alonso was ready to tap it in, but it would have been a tough call to actually get it to him, to be fair. But you can see the way we played. Like, it works. We've got the players that work for it. That's just, obviously, against a team like this, it's incredibly difficult to break them down and to actually get the highlights and to get the chances. But in the second half, we seem to be doing better. But obviously, yeah, Frimpong got pace. He's got ability. They're going to get the ball back, and it's going to be tough for us to win it back when they do. Here is Valverde into Endrick. I'm not surprised if he's going to shoot from range here, but he actually cuts it in. Valverde, oh, that's so well worked by them, to be fair. Like, there's so many chances where they could have had a pop, and they didn't. And I mean, I'm not mad about this performance. It just would have been great if we could have pulled off an upset. So we're going to bring off our left winger. I can't remember his name. Ander, sorry. And then we're bringing on Moreira, who is one of our better reserve players. He's pretty good. He's pretty good in terms of like what we have on the bench. Prieto's playing terribly, so I'm going to bring on Murillo, who's a youngster who definitely isn't good enough. But hey, the experience for playing against Real Madrid is invaluable to his development. So I know we're not going to win it. Let's give him a wee run out there, which sounds bad, but yeah, just like you can see the stats. There's 20 shots, there 3. We're lucky to only be 2-0 down. If we could get a consolation goal, that would be brilliant. Alonso's not playing great up top, so I think he might have to be one of the substitutes too. Diaz probably not playing great either. Actually, 6.7 he's playing okay, but I don't really think he's. If I had another player, yeah, trust me, Diaz wouldn't be on the pitch. And I apologise if I'm mispronouncing his name. I imagine I am, but it's the best pronunciation I can give. Here's Mingueza into Diaz, and we've got Damsgaard on the ball. And we're actually looking like we could create a chance here as Damsgaard's racing forward. There's a player in the mixer. Alonso, mate! You got to take a touch. You got to calm it. We don't get a whole lot of opportunities against this side. I'd like it if you could take that one a little bit better. Tina's coming on, who is another striker option for us. If I do back Alonso a little bit more, especially for a starting player. Damsgaard's tired, so we'll get Mendes on as well. He is left-footed, so that inside forward role is perfect for him. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Like, our subs are pretty terrible. Like, as we've seen, we signed no players for years. So many of them are just youth prospects. Like in any other save, they would be in the under-18s or the B team. But here, we need them as just players to fill out the bench to give us options. So yeah, the impact subs definitely aren't really a thing here. But if we could score, that would be nice. I think at least 2 people were offside in that goal though. Tina off the bench, getting some confidence just to put it into the back of the net. But yeah, I don't think that's going to stand. It is disallowed. I think there was 2 offsides there. I think that Mendes was offside in the first pass. Yeah, we can see there. And I think even when Mendes passes it to Tina, yeah, Tina looks Like, he could have just been on, but I think he was probably slightly off there too. So, a 2-0 loss. It's not the worst result. The most important thing now is, I'm going to say unlucky. I'm not going to say I'm happy with the performance, but I'm going to say unlucky. Like, we're versing Real Madrid. You're never going to expect an insanely good result. Now we're going to simulate forward. Hope that Valencia and Atletico Madrid both have a mare. Obviously, if they don't, it's going to be a real tough job to get us into that position that we want to be come the end of the season. But we're versing a 10th place Espanyol side. That's a very winnable game. We're going to play that on camera too. Apologies if this video is getting very long, but hey, I am excited to be here. And we do actually see Atletico Madrid winning, but Valencia losing. So we will take that. That means currently we're in 7th place, which I would guess is Europa League 2, the Conference League. But if we could go back into 6th place, that would be beautiful as our first season in charge. Valencia and Atletico Pamplona are the two sides that can catch us. But if we win, we're definitely in European competitions, assuming we don't fail FFP, which, to be honest, seems quite likely. But hey, we're here. We're simulating forward. Let's play this final game. Alright, so this is the situation. If we win, definitely European football. If we lose, we need Atletico Madrid to lose to 5th place Atletico Bilbao. Actually, no, we don't need that to happen. That doesn't matter about them. We just need Atletico Pamplona to lose to Levante, which seems possible. And we need Espanyol as well. Oh, no, we can't lose. We can't lose. I'd see I haven't done this maths yet if you haven't worked it out. We can draw. The only thing we can draw. We can't draw. We can't lose, because then they will go into the spots instead of. So yeah, we need to draw is the situation, at least. And if we draw, we need to win, basically. So I've beaten around the bush there. We need to win. This is the team that we're going with for it. And Brobby is back up top because he's just come back from injury. Sadiki is back from injury too, so I'm playing him too. And Monteiro, is back from suspension. And actually, Brobby, this man is a perfect example of someone that has paid too much. Watch this. If he wanted to renegotiate, I promise he would have taken a wage cut. But actually, no, I kind of want to sell him because he earns £200,000 a week. That's just too much money for a player that, to be honest, I don't think is that amazing. Like, he's good, but he's not that amazing. Let's hope that he gets a good goal here, though. So we're going with the same attacking formation that we normally go with. Taking a look at this Espanyol side that we're versing. Come on. There we go. Mori, I know, turns into a good player, so if he's anything to go off, it's an alright team. But I still back us. I just think on paper we're probably one of the better teams in this division. And early chances look like they might be going our way as Sadiki's on the ball into Damsgaard. Damsgaard dancing past, gets it into Take, and Take Kudo cannot score the goal. Actually, I don't know why it even says Take, because his name's Take Fusa. Take Fusa Kubo, not just Take Kubo, but anyway. Kubo going for the shot there, doesn't quite get it in. The pink kit team are coming up against us. Oh, and that was a close shot. Oh, and that was close to going in. Alright, chances on both ends. Espanyol currently probably the worst of the two sides. I think we've still got the edge here, but as you can see, Valencia winning their game, so that means we're out of European spots as things stand. So a draw is not enough currently. We need to win. We need to get a goal. And the XG suggests that we probably should have one by now. And with 10 minutes to go in this first half, I hope that we can get one across the line. Ease our worries. I mean, you can see that we're definitely the better team statistically, but at any point in time, they could hit us on the counter-attack just like they are now and get a goal. But we do intercept. Oh, we give it away in a good area. We hit it out, and hopefully there's chances continuing as Kubo smashed it along. Brobby's got no pace to get onto it, but we do get it back. Brobby, he was running through, couldn't find him. He's in there though. I think he's offside. Yeah, he's offside, and he shoots it straight at the goalkeeper anyway. Maybe we should have kept our youngster on the pitch to play this game, because he has been playing okay recently, and Brobby's just come back from injury. He's only meant to be playing half of a game, but of course I'm going to tell them I'm not happy with the performance so far. We need to get the finishing touch. And Brobby just doesn't seem like he's doing that right now. I'll give him until the 60th minute and see if anything happens. Here we are on the ball, attacking once again as Damsgaard runs down the right-hand side. We're definitely the better of the two sides here. but can it translate into a goal? As we get it outside of the box, he hits it. It could have nestled top corner there, and probably only has 5 minutes to make an impact, otherwise he's coming off. I don't think it's going to happen for him. 60 minutes gone. Yeah, he's coming off. So probably after returning from injury, not the best return, Alonso comes back onto the pitch. Sadiki's looking tired, so let's get Prieto. Can he actually play? I don't think he can. Sometimes they just highlight players that just objectively should not be playing the position that you're trying to get players in. Actually, I know that Minguezo can play there, so actually I'll do that and move Minguezo into the wing back on support instead of bringing Diaz on. 30 minutes to go to get one goal. If we score one goal, then we're going to Europe. And really, we should have that one goal. Come on, let's go attacking now with only 18 minutes to go. There's a nervy into the game, and I really do feel like we were dominant here. A ball comes in, Monteiro heads it over the bar. Come on. Let's get a goal, please. 10 minutes to go. We're on attacking now. I can't bring off any of our star players. I can bring off Nico, though, even though he is a star player for us. But I can bring myself to bring on a more attacking Mendes as a Mazzala, try and fill those gaps. Surely we're peppering the goal. I really hope that we are. 16 shots to their 7, mate. 67% possession. We need more shots, though. I'm going to demand more. I'm going to be aggressive here. Tell them they need to score. You've got to score, boys. Come on. A couple of minutes of additional time. It's going by very quickly. I don't think we're going to do it. I think we're going to finish the season in 8th place. We haven't got the goal. And a 0-0 draw on the last game of the season where we dominated leads to no European football. I mean, who's to say what would have happened if we did get European football? Because apparently with failing financial fair play, I don't know. We could still be in the, Europa League 2. I don't know how the qualification spots work for Spain, to be honest with you. Sometimes 8th place in the Premier League gets a spot. Very often it doesn't. And that's just, I'm just making an educated guess based off, the future of Football Manager, because they always give random teams at random times. I don't really understand how it works, but I don't think we've gotten anything here. And I'm not mad with that as a first season. Like, I think we found a tactic. We improved their performance. Like, I think the board are very happy with how we've done, because they just wanted us to finish top half, and we did exactly that. In the future, they do want us to get Conference League, and we were very, very close. Literally goal difference away from Conference League. Yeah, they have gotten Conference League. So actually, yeah, I almost guarantee that means that we're getting no European football here, unless, like, maybe in the Champions League, if someone wins it, does that mean a spot comes down? Who's currently in it? Bayern, PSG. So nah, I think no European football for us, but a decent first year, and I'm very, very intrigued to see the budget that we get. Obviously, with all of our financial troubles, I'm not expecting it to be a hugely high figure, but I'm still very curious to see what the figure is. Has it come through yet? No, it's still last season's. We'll simulate until the season review. We'll go through that. But here are the budgets. It's 300k. We're in serious financial trouble, man. So much. They've given us no budget, and have given us debt, and we've got no one to sell. Like, because our team is so. I'm gonna have to sell so many players here. There's gonna be some youth players. There's gonna be some B team players that are sold. A lot. Like this man. Yeah, he's going. Like that. Yeah, there is going to be a culling of youth players. Oh, okay. Well, this is going to be a serious challenge. Let's end it with a high note. Go over the season review, which, by the way, I haven't gone over season reviews in this save for ages, so I apologise for that if you're a season review lover. We can go back on our journey, and we'll get ready for next season with Real Sociedad. Is this a season review now? No, it's not. Season review came, I don't know if they recorded well, so I'm going to try that again. Season review came very quickly, actually. And I think I ruined the end of season team talk, which I've never done before. Apparently we did make 2 signings. And this man I know. Oh no, sales. That's right, because we didn't make any signings. Sweet. I guess we Yeah, we've done alright. I mean, I don't really know why I'm showing you this. Alonso, apparently. No KUBO. Is this the tactic you played before I came? No wonder you were sacked, mate. You're telling me you didn't play Damsgaard, KUBO, or that other right winger? Left winger. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Nico's player of the year. Prieto's young player of the season. I just don't back him. He's potentially on the sale list. Most assists goes to this man. Man of the matches, yeah, sweet. So just to go over it, we were at St Albans. You guys know the journey, actually. We'll do it at the end of the save. But yeah, so that's it. So that was dull. That was quite dull, wasn't it? Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Subscribe if you're new around here. We're making transfers in the next episode. Enjoy later.